Hey R2 fans, check out our brand new video. Today I'm not here alone. I've got Simon here with me. Simon is our product guy. He's responsible for all our products, and today he will tell us more about our brand new helmets collection for the 2021 season. So get ready and here we go. So Simon, let's start with the Ntb Helmets. It's a group of helmets that our partners and customers like very much. Last year we prepared a new Ntb helmet. It was the Fargo model. Is there any feedback regarding this helmet and this novelty?
Yes, Fargo, the feedback is very good. People like it, or it looks like they like it, because today is the first season of the helmet, so we are still checking the feedback, waiting for the feedback from the final consumers. But basically, dealers like it.
That's true.
That's a good price point, and also the product itself looks very good. It's a Mtp helmet with very good ventilation. The weight is very light.
Yeah, exactly. The weight is really, I guess, one of the major benefits of this model.
Yeah, exactly. That's one of the key benefits for us to really improve the fitting to maximum comfort. And that's the point. The final benefit is the fitting of the helmet, which is really great. It has a very good feedback that it passes to heads very well.
Actually, in general, the fitting is always one of the major points we are focusing on. So for us, it's always very important that all the helmets in our collection fit.
Definitely.
Okay, that was Fargo. It continues also, or it's a carryover also for the next collection. There will be new colors, if I'm not wrong.
Exactly. The colors, that was one of the biggest challenge for us, because last year we have another color. I will show it.
Yeah. So
this color was really very specific this year. We were not sure how the customers will like it, but everything looks like they really like it. It was very attractive design, and it was one of the first helmets was sold out actually from the warehouse.
That's always great.
Yeah, that's always great. So and we got inspired by the color and the color effect, like the gradient.
Yeah.
So we just made two new color options, like the black with the gray gradient.
I will just show some detail on the camera so you can see the gradient Simon mentioned.
And the third one is, let's call it blue or green, not sure, with the black gradient. So all three colors are very attractive. We have a black, we have a dark one, and we have some bright one. So everybody should choose.
Yeah, that's perfect. I personally like this helmet very much. But when we are speaking about the Ntb helmets, there's one I must mention. It's our trail model, because this model is one of our best-selling and most popular helmets in the collection since the beginnings. But I know that at the moment you are working on some modifications. Can you tell us more about that?
Definitely. Trail, just as you said, trail helmet, we have for 5 years, 6 years
already
in collection already, and the feedback was still perfect. But since we are selling really for at least 5 years the helmet, so it became quite old, let's say. So we just decided to make some facelift, just small modification. We didn't want to modify it completely, definitely not, because the riders really like the helmet.
Yeah,
so why to change something which really works well?
Well, yeah, I fully agree with that, because the positive feedbacks on this helmet are not only from Czech Republic, but also from the foreign countries or from abroad in general. And that's one of, let's say that's one of the big exceptions in the whole collection, because this helmet is the best-selling helmet on almost all our markets, which is not happening with the other helmets. There it varies or changes. So
Czech market is always specific. In terms of the trail helmet, so what we decided is that we took the helmet and focused on small modifications which should make the helmet more compact. Let's say. I have a 3D.
Oh, perfect.
I have a 3D model here just to show you on what we are working.
Great.
The main difference, I would show it on from the top side. The main difference belongs to side, not the top. We try to keep the top same as much as possible. Even you can see the rear part is modified slightly.
A little bit different.
Right. But basically the top side is very similar. Then on the side, you can see the main difference is the shape from the side. So here you can see quite sharp edges, while here you have some curved shape.
Yeah.
So what we decided when we talked with the riders, they like it more aggressive, let's say.
Yeah, that's true.
So then that we decided to modify the shape. Obviously, there is one big weakness of the helmet from past what I learned from the dealers and final consumers, and that was the visor.
Yeah. So let me ask you, because I think what you are going to reply. So the visor will be adjustable.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest weakness of the old trail helmet. That the visor, it is adjustable, but in a very small range.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So what we decided is to make completely new visor and make it adjustable in much bigger angle.
Great.
So basically, we were talking later on. You will see on video more information about the new trail helmet. But now I just show you that if the visor basic position is something like that, then we are working on the adjustment up to something like this shape. So let's see, we have to wait because we are just working on the modifications. Let's see the results within next several weeks.
Perfect. As Simon mentioned, once we have some samples here, not only from the 3D printer, but also some real samples, I will definitely shoot some video, and you will see that for yourself. But it's something I'm looking very forward to, because as mentioned, this helmet is perfect, but it's time to modify it a little bit. And from the pictures I have seen, and from the 3D samples I have seen, it's just something. It's another step forward. And I'm sure that not only we here in R2 will like that, but you and your customers as well.
Yeah, I hope so, because we really try to add some other features like MX goggles holder, the adjustable visor, and some other small details. So basically, we are really trying to improve the quality as much as we can.
That's great. And maybe the last question: inner fitting. The inner fitting will be the same as at the old trail.
Yeah, definitely, because so far we really didn't receive any bad feedback for the fitting. So what we did is that we took the helmet, make a scan inside, and copy and absolutely follow the inner shape. So we just adjust a little bit the size, because what we learned is that the medium size was a little bit small. So we add 1 centimeter to really pass the medium size much more better.
Great. But in general, we can confirm that if the old trail helmet fitted or fits you, then the new one will fit you as well. So I guess that's not only important information for you, but again, for your customers as well.
Definitely.
And then we have also third helmet in the Ntb collection or Ntb section, that's the Cliff model. Again, novelty for the 2020 collection. Can you tell us something just about this helmet?
Definitely. Cliff, that is a novelty for this year, for this season. So also we are waiting for more feedback from the riders. But basically, when we designed this kind of helmet, so we were more focused on, let's say, price.
Yes.
So Basically, this kind of, or the cliff model belongs to our entry price point level in an Mtb section. So it is a, let's say, standard prolonged rear part with better protection. Let's say basic visor or a not adjustable visor, which is solid and fixed. There will be there is anti-back net, but basically the main goal of this helmet is to offer entry price point level in the Mtb section. So that's the cliff.
Yeah. So there's, as Simon mentioned, price entry model. Then I would say then we have the Fargo, and then there's Trail, or in the future or next collection Trail 2.0. So that would be the Ntb collection, and let's move to the road cycling helmets collection. So let's talk now about our road cycling helmets, about Aero and Evolution. Both helmets are very important for our export partners because they belong to their best-selling helmets. Are there any news?
Yeah, what we find out is that we have some quality problems 2 years ago. And since these both helmets are really significant for the broad business,
that's true.
So we decided to invest into the quality. We made it actually last year already, but didn't have a chance to introduce the changes to dealers and to distributors. So what we made actually, this is one of the road cycling helmets called Aero.
Yes.
You might know that we have some problems with the quality of PC shell and EPS.
And with some details and processing, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So what we did, we took the old mold and we made it completely new.
Great, very important.
Yeah, we use a CNC machine to really cut everything in a proper detail. So now really everything has been fixed. The quality is perfect. You don't see any residence of EPS. You don't see unfinished edges or the cutting edges. Everything is really smooth. The connection between the EPS and PC shells is almost perfect. So that's the result of the investment when we really invest in absolutely new mold, and the result looks very good. The same. You have some questions?
Well, yeah, I just wanted to mention, so the first impression of the end customers will be, just wow, because it really is perfect. There are no residues, as Simon mentioned. Also the finishing or the processing is on another level.
Yeah.
So really, now these helmets will be just perfect.
The same problem we have also on another helmet called Evolution.
Yes.
Actually, the same problem about the quality. We also had some problems, let's say 2 years ago, and we did the same what we did with Aero. So we took the old mold, we made it absolutely new mold made by CNC machine, and because this Evolution helmet is really complicated, there is so many structures,
that's true,
so many parts which must really fit very well, otherwise you would see that the result is not good and you won't like it. So really we pay attention to every single detail, because this helmet is really very exclusive helmet in the collection, and it would be our big fail if we don't make the improvement.
Yeah, Simon, I fully agree with you, because both helmets are eye catchers. Once you see them, you want to see them more thoroughly. You want to check them, and as Simon mentioned, we had some problems 2 years ago, but now we not only hope, but we are sure that we solved them, because the samples or the helmets we have here, they look just awesome, just great, and I'm sure you, and again, your end customers will like them.
Yeah, I hope so, because we already spent several months on the fixation of the programs. This year, dealers and final consumers, the riders, can already see the difference. The improved quality is already on the market.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
And we just keeping going on in the improvements. So what we did for next year, we made really very nice design, in my opinion.
I fully agree with you.
We have 3 designs for the collection 21. So we have the black red. Then we have very exclusive color.
Check this one. I will show it in detail. It's the bronze color.
Yeah,
it's
right.
the color I mentioned in the video about the R2 eyewear for the next year. As you can see, it looks really exclusive. And if it looked great on the sunglasses, on the helmets, it looks even better. But sorry that I interrupted you.
Yeah, I like this color very much, and it looks really exclusive. And when we designed this color, so we just took the inspiration from the cars, where the bronze color really is using on an exclusive cars or an exclusive parts component. So we just been inspired by this kind of business, and let's say use it in the bicycle business, and more and more brands using this color. So you will see it more and more often, in my opinion, in the next years.
And R2 will be there as well. Yeah, so that's perfect. So again, this awesome color, but I don't want to influence you anyhow, but that's just my personal opinion. And then again, I don't know, we mentioned it already at the Ntb Helmets. Again, it's the gradient colors. I will again show it a little bit in the detail, so you can see here it starts with the red and goes into the black one. Again, just perfect.
One of the greatest benefit of this specific helmet is also the weight.
Yeah, again.
It's very well ventilated helmet. There is, I'm not sure how much vents, but maybe about 22, 26 vents. So it's very well ventilated. The weight is really low, so you almost would not feel it on the head. And we also pay attention on the comfort of the fitting. So we just made some small improvements on the dial system, and develop a new kind of padding with anti-backnet. So everything all together, in my opinion, we really made a perfect helmet in every single aspect.
Oh, yeah, I fully agree. And just one short spoiler, Simon mentioned that this helmet is very light, but it's not the lightest helmet in our collection, and we will speak about it a little bit later. So, there was also some small renaming in the collection, so tell us more about it.
Yeah, because like you said, we had some problems, and since we really invested in the quality for this year, and we will continue in next years, so we just want to really, let's say,
cut off the generation of these helmets. Yeah.
So don't be surprised that we renamed the name. So this helmet is no more Evolution, but it's Evo 2.0.
Okay.
The same we made with the Aero helmet. So no more Aero, but the new name is Aero 2.0. There are also new item codes.
Yeah, that's true.
So for the orders, it's important to notice these changes. So both helmets have new item codes. Eddie will mention it in his message to you. So you will see the item code in the order list.
Okay, great. So these are Evo 2.0 and IRA 2.0. That's to our road cycling helmets.
Right.
And now
let me just show you one more color.
Okay.
Because like we both like the bronze color.
Yeah.
So I just want to show the IRA bronze.
Yeah. How could I miss that? Because,
so
yeah, here you can see it's even better than, or more visible than on the Evo 2.0. Yeah, really, just great. And once you have this helmet or on stock, or you hold it in your hands, you will be just, you know, it's just wow effect once you see that. Yeah. So
definitely for me.
Yeah, for me as well, and I'm sure that not only for both of us. Yeah. So let's keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be the road cycling section or collection. Now, so far we have the changes, or the major changes in the collection were modification of the trail helmet, new molds for the IRA and Evo helmet, and what are the, let's say, the biggest or the major novelties in the collection? Yeah. Are there any?
Yeah, definitely. And really this is one of the significant change or the significant novelty in the collection. We spent 2 years on the development of brand new helmets. So for 21 collection, we are offering brand new helmets developed by us. Let me introduce one of these.
I will show you in detail.
So this helmet we call, Eddie, help me please.
It's called Ventu.
Ventu.
And could you tell us why Ventu?
Well, when we designed this helmet, and we really spent 2 years on the whole development, including graphic designs, including handmade models. At the end, the final stage of the entire development is the 3D mock-up. And then we move to the tool, and the result from the tooling we have in our hands. So Ventu, why Ventu? When we designed this kind of helmet, so we focus on aerodynamic condition or aerodynamic parameters. So we really want to design very smooth and very well curved helmet because that was missing in our collection, to be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So Ventu effect, everybody can read about Ventu effect. Venturi.
And do that on Wikipedia, for example.
Yeah, Venturi effect. And basically, I would try to say it simply, or basically, there is some wind going into the helmet through big vents,
yes.
and then through the smaller vents is going outside.
Okay.
And the remaining wind is going on the side of the helmet, outside the helmet, and altogether it's called a Venturi effect. And we are talking about some aerodynamics parameters and aerodynamics conditions and testing and whatever. So that was an inspiration for us, to be honest. Aerodynamic shape, really smooth surface, without anything what would make some problems during rides, or what would be not very comfortable.
Well, I guess even you watching this video, you can see that the helmets are really aerodynamic and they look very, very smooth. But Simon, this helmet seems very light. Yeah. Is just my feeling, or are there some facts behind that?
Definitely, Ventu helmet becomes the lightest helmet in our collection.
You see, I said so.
Yeah. For the medium size, we reach the weight about 220 grams. That's for medium size. We're gonna have 3 sizes.
Yeah, that's the second thing I wanted to tell or mention or stress regarding this helmet, because it won't be just in M or L, but also in...
Yeah, right. We're gonna have a small size, medium size, and large size.
Perfect.
And if we are talking about the weight, so the 220 grams belongs to medium size. So when we're gonna open the small size, so I guess the weight will be just a little bit lower.
That's just perfect, because, you know, just again, some experience from me, a lot of our partners ask about the S size for, let's say, Evolution or Aero, but, you know, the demand was not that big, or it was becoming bigger and bigger. But once we decided to prepare or design or not engineer a brand new helmet, we decided to open also the S size. So now for people with smaller heads, but more likely for women, we will have this brand new helmet also in S size, and also in girl or women colors.
Right.
So that's just great.
Right. What else can we talk about, or what else can we say about the helmet? The helmet is ready for the visor.
Yes.
Yeah. This year we decided to offer only one option of the helmet, means including the visor.
Okay.
The visor we are still working on, but basically I already have some 3D model, so it already will come including visor. But for the next collection,
the 2022,
right, we are talking about offering two options of the helmet. One with the visor, and the other option absolutely without visor.
So also without these locks,
Right.
which is very important.
Right. So the next collection should offer, let's say, the helmet for including the visor for, let's say, such an all-mountain biking. And once we took off the visor, there will be no lockings, so it will be really, in my opinion, poor road cycling helmet.
And that's just perfect, because, again, what I know from the foreign markets is that more and more cyclists are using helmets without the visors.
Right.
Czech Republic is a little bit different in this. That's the reason why for the 2021 season we will offer this helmet with the visors, but as Simon mentioned, for 2022 there will be two options. One with the visor and with these lockings, and the second option without visor and without these lockings. So again, the helmet will be even more, let's say, smooth.
Right. Right.
Exactly. And I guess you mentioned it already, but maybe you can repeat it. For whom is this helmet?
Well, it's always when we design a new helmet, we really want to target the mainstream riders, customers. So basically, even in my opinion, once we took off the visor, in my opinion, I would use it for a road cycling. But including the visor, and you can see also on the shape that it's not a typical road cycling helmet. Let's say comparing to Evo, so you can see the shape of Ventu is a little bit deeper in the rear side, which means that it's really not a 100% road cycling helmet.
That is true.
So the more I like it, because it really fits well and you feel safety when you wear it on the head. When I'm wearing a road cycling helmet, those are more or less flat on my head, so I don't feel so safety. And that's why we really a little bit prolong in the rear part to offer better safeness.
That's great. So you won't be only you won't be not only safe, but you will also feel safe, and that's always very important.
Right.
So.
Of course, what we focus when we design and engineer the helmet, so we decided to already offer padding with anti-magnet, and then we also developed brand new dial system.
Oh, that's great.
So the dial system is adjustable in all directions. I mean, you can adjust it up and down.
Great.
And then by dial ring you can adjust the head size.
Right. So even better fitting. So that's something we mentioned before already. The fitting is something that's very important for us.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, that would be the Ventu model.
Right.
first new helmet. But you mentioned there are two new helmets. What's the second one?
Right. We also focus on another kind of helmet, and we developed and engineered another brand new helmet for collection 21. We call it Explorer.
Okay, again, for more detail.
This kind of helmet, the Explorer helmet, is not so smooth, not so aerodynamic like a Vent, of course, because we want to also offer the helmet to riders who like more the trails and this kind of biking. So when we talk with the riders about their requirements, so we learned about some little bit bigger visor, but not like an Ntb visor, definitely. And of course, like a smooth and still quite, let's say, aerodynamic design. But it's not so aerodynamic like the other Vent. The difference actually between Vent and Explorer is especially in the rear part of the helmet. The rear part of the helmet is protected by the by the PC shell.
Yeah, and I will show you in detail. It will also follow on the following picture, but still, you see, even now you can immediately see the difference.
And that's actually the goal of the helmet, of the Explorer helmet, the safety and protection. Vent 2 was more about weight, about aerodynamic, but Explorer is more about the protection, definitely. So we also prepare some new attractive designs, but basically we focus on the quality, we focus on the protection. We used already a dial system adjustable in 4 directions. So also up and down, and then dial range to fit really well.
Yeah, so the same as at the Vent model.
Exactly, the same features. We have to wait for the feedback from the dealers and distributors. But basically, when we develop it with my team, and each stage we show it to dealers and to some people. So basically we have a very good feedback. Even in these days when we are offering like a brand new helmet, so the feedback is quite good actually.
That's very important, because as Simon mentioned, to engineer such a helmet is a long turnaround. It took us about 24 months. So even now, Simon and his team is working on new models for the, let's say, 2022 or 2023 collections, because it takes some time. So here you have a guarantee that this helmet will be without any major problems, faults, and it's a really nice piece of a helmet. So as you can see, it really looks cool. I like it.
We're gonna have it in 2 sizes.
Okay.
This time only in 2 sizes. We're gonna have medium and large size. But let's see in the future if there will be a demand for the small size also. So then we can consider to open a small size. Just we have to wait and get some feedback before we're gonna invest into small size.
Yeah, I fully agree. Perfect. So these are the 2 major novelties in our R2 helmets collection for the 2021 season. Right.
And we should not forget on Luma helmets.
Well, yeah, right, Simon, you are right.
Let me show you. Do you have any feedback from the dealers and distributors?
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but we have this helmet or this model in the collection for at least 2 years.
Yes.
Am I right? Yeah, and we have it in 2, let's say, versions, in an adult one, and then also in a junior or kids sizes.
Exactly.
And again, my experience or experience of our partners is that the kids version, it was it became a bestseller on the day one. And actually I can understand why, because it's a helmet for kids in attractive designs and with an LED light in the back. So safety first, and that's what parents are looking for. Right. With the adults version, honestly I had no expectation, because I did not know what to expect. So the more I was surprised when I saw the sales of this helmet. There's a growing trend, so more and more people are buying this helmet. So together with the trail helmet, and I mentioned on the beginning, this is the second helmet that's becoming our best-selling helmet, not only in Czech Republic, but also on the foreign markets. And as I mentioned, the difference between Czech market and other markets, you know, is quite big, but not in the case of trail and lumen helmets.
In effect, we are trying to balance the price, so we just, it's in the collection, it like a not typical entry price point level, but it's, let's say, the economy model.
Yeah, actually, I guess the price for these helmets are attractive, and that's also the reason why people like it and buy the helmet.
Right. So, and luckily, what we made for next year is that we changed the LED light. But don't worry. Don't worry, because we didn't change the shape or functionality.
Perfect.
We just make it rechargeable.
Oh, so through some USB.
Right. Perfect. You have to pull it out from the helmet, and in the rear part you can see the input, and you will receive a cable for the USB charging, so you can recharge all the time. Every time you come from some ride, you can just charge it and to be ready for the next one.
And that's, you know, it's not only great, but it's also very practical, because there are no batteries.
Right.
So you don't need any batteries. Just, as Simon mentioned, you get back from your bicycle ride, you take it out, you connect it to your, I don't know, computer or even some to the electricity, and it starts recharging, and then you can just start again. So yeah, that's a great piece of news, I would say.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm just testing how long it takes to charge it to the full capacity, but after several days while I'm trying, so it takes about 4 or 5 hours to really fully to charge it to full capacity, and then it about, you have to try it how long, because if you wear it just for 1 hour, the battery will last for 2-3 weeks at least. If you wear it for 5 hours per day, so you have to recharge it maybe every week.
But again, it's very practical that you don't have to buy batteries, so you can just recharge them.
Yeah.
And that's really very comfortable, it's easy, and you know, and this is always something people are looking for, to make things easier.
Definitely.
So yeah, great news and good job. Perfect. Simon, from our partners and from their customers, I know that people like our colors, our designs. Where you get always the inspiration to make such beautiful helmets and designs?
Yeah, that's always a really challenge for us.
Well, I believe so.
Because you know, every single market is specific. Somebody like more trendy colors, somebody like more dark colors. So to balance the collection and to be suitable for the worldwide is really a challenge for everybody. But basically what we make with our team is that all the time we are visiting the exhibitions. One of the key exhibitions is Eurobike.
Yeah, definitely.
So there is plenty of brands, worldwide brands, and you can see some trends there. Of course, then we have some internal links, catalogs, and some other kind of tools from which we have the inspiration. But basically, we are following the trends.
Yeah,
so,
which is great, because I can remember when I came to the company, that's 6 or 7 years ago, the collection was mainly let's say dark, or in general. But then we started visiting more and more expos, and we started also exhibiting at Eurobike, and we started to make, or Simon and his team started to make the collection more colorful.
Right.
And actually, that's one of the greatest steps we have made, I guess, in the last years.
Definitely, the feedback from the dealers and also from the final consumers is that they really like the designs and they really like the colors we are using. The trend for 21 collection is, and we already mentioned it, it's gradient actually.
Yep.
So we already show it on a Fargo helmet. We using the gradient on a Cliff helmet, Ntb helmet. We are using the gradient effect on a road cycling helmet. So you can see, and at the end we are using also on the Van 2 helmets. So you can see the gradients in almost all helmets. Of course, there are some new trendy colors, like the green or blue one on the Fargo, which I already mentioned.
Yeah, that's this one. Yeah.
Or we already show with the bronze color.
Oh yeah, my favorite one.
Yeah, so we are, let's say, mixing trendy gradients, colors, some effects and so on, until we are really sure that we catch the right design.
Okay, great. I guess
there is, you can see the collection behind us. Of course, some models, some helmets, we just continue, like our Protect helmet or Wind helmet. Those two helmets are, let's say, helmets which belongs to collection for 7 years. They are still popular, even getting old. So we are substituting step by step the old models with the new models. So later on, also Protect and Wind will be substituted. Right.
Okay.
In the collection 21, we took about 3 colors of Protect, 3 colors of Wind. We didn't make any new colors here. We focus more on the
new helmets.
Right.
Right. And actually, Simon mentioned that and I mentioned it as well. Simon is already working on new helmets for the future collections, and Protect and Wind will be one of the helmets that will be replaced by the new ones. Right. So you can start looking forward to it. I've already saw some, pictures or 3D pictures, and it looks really amazing. So stay tuned, and I will definitely keep you informed. Okay. Simon, so far we didn't speak about the helmets for kids, and that's something we also should mention.
Right.
At the moment we offer 4 models, right?
Right. We have 4 models for the kids. We have really extra small size.
Oh, well, yeah, that was the novelty for this year's collection. Right. It was lucky. So that's the smallest helmet in our collection, for really, as someone mentioned, for really small kids.
Yeah. The size of this helmet should be suitable for a kid since 2 years old, something like that.
Perfect.
But already since 2 years old. Then we have, and we made it in a 3-hued design, in my opinion.
And we should not forget
right.
that LED in the back. So again, it's safety first, and that's something what the parents want for their kids.
Yes.
To be, not only to feel, but also be safe.
Right. The visibility to the kids is very, very important topic.
Exactly. I fully agree. Okay, so that's
that's extra small or extra small size. Then we have another helmet suitable for a little bit older kids, but still very small kids. We are talking about age about 4 or 5 years old, something like that.
And actually, it's a new model in the collection as well. So it's called Bunny.
And Bunny replaced Ducky helmet. So Ducky helmet 80H10 is no more in the collection, and it's been replaced with Lucky helmet.
With Lucky. Okay.
It's the same size.
Again, that's very important.
Yeah, basically same features. There will be anti-magnet padding, dial system, standard dial system, and the size is same with Ducky.
Okay, that's for the, let's say for the small, or for the smallest one, then for the smaller one, and then we have also two models also for bigger kids.
Right, you are right. We have a this year we launch a new helmet.
Yeah, that's right. That's also novelty for the 2020 collection.
Yes, and for 21 we just made small changes in the designs. But basically this helmet we call a wheelie, and this helmet is already suitable for younger kids. So we are talking about kids more teenage. Let's say. So we are talking about teenage or kids about 8 years and older. So we have two sizes. We have a small size and we have a medium size. The small size fits to teenage, while the medium size, I would say, is already a small adult size.
Well, actually, we have some colleagues with smaller heads,
right,
and they can use or wear this helmet. So it's a nice, or let's say, solution or offer to someone who's got really small head. And has problems to find the right one.
Right. The shape of this helmet is similar to Ntb. Let's say.
It looks like Ntb like.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. It's definitely prolonged in the rear part for better protection. It has quite solid, massive visor. Even it's a fixed position, but you know, for the kids, it's not too much necessary to offer the adjustable visor. And definitely padding, comfort padding with anti-bug net. You can see that the helmet looks quite solid, it's quite bulky, and that's the main target for the helmet, the protection. So that's the wheelie helmet.
And then we already mentioned that, but we will mention it again. It's the Lumen Junior. That's the helmet with the LED light. So
yeah, Lumen Junior we already mentioned it before, and people like it. People like it a lot. We have a small size for the kids, and we have an adult, medium large size. But looks like really we made a good job with the Lumen helmet, and we launched it in time because the protection and visibility become a big topic in the industry. So
for sure,
the LED light helps us with the visibility, and the helmet looks really attractive. It also has the prolonged part and quite nice visor. So basically, I like the shape, even it's, let's say, still quite basic shape.
Well, actually, my daughter likes it as well, and she doesn't like everything. So she's got this model as well, and she loves that.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
That's good to know. Good to know. Okay, is there something else you would like to share with us?
Well, definitely there is a lot of things we are developing for next season.
Ah, nice.
From this season, you can see the collection is ready, so we are just waiting for nice figures from the dealers and distributors. So hopefully, and yeah, for next season, we are working on another 2 helmets. I must be a little bit careful because you know it's still confident. So, but we are working really hard on a development of some new helmets. So,
and we want to be 100% sure that the helmet is perfect.
Yeah.
You know, it's always important to be 100% sure that the helmet fits, that there are no problems. So really, take your time because it's of the most important.
Definitely, that's why we really spent 2 years on the development to really test it before we launch it on the market. And if we found any problems, so we still have that time to modify it and to really improve the quality to offer perfect quality.
As mentioned before, anytime there are some samples, pictures, anything, I will share it with you so you are up to date, so you know what we are working on, and you can also share it with your dealers and be part of our, let's say, RD team, because that's something we really appreciate a lot, is your feedback. Because without your feedback and feedback of your customers, we couldn't have such a great collection.
Right.
And that would be all from us today. I thank you for your attention. I hope you liked our video. So don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to our R2 YouTube channel. I will see you probably also with Simon again on our next video. Cheers guys, and ride your race. Ciao.